What's up, PD Army? Welcome to the PowerDrift kitchen. I'm on kitchen patrol today, clearly, and they haven't given me a gas stove because they don't think I'm old enough to cook with flammable gases just yet. But during the lockdown, the only task I was given was stay safe, and therefore, as a team, we've emerged stronger, and we strongly urge that you get vaccinated. Today, what I'm serving for you is nostalgia, and nostalgia, I believe, is a dish best served warm. That's what we're going to do, and let's begin with a light snack. Now, you've eaten wasabi nuts before, and to me, this motorcycle is the wasabi nuts of the motorcycle world, the absolutely nuts RD 350 from Yamaha. Back in the day, there was nothing quite like it. It was stronger than coffee, faster than electricity, and it humiliated motorcycles much larger than it so easily. Even if you ride one today, 30 bhp, 27 bhp is not really considered outrageous power figures anymore, but that will impress you, I promise you. And if you look on the used bike market, the prices will blow your mind. I remember riding my first one. I could not believe that motorcycles could be this powerful, and I still have such a potent, visceral memory of it that this, to me, is the absolute #1 nostalgic motorcycle of all time, as far as I'm concerned. And now, let's move on from a light snack to something a little bit more hearty and substantial. Now, what I prepared for you before the show, just to save time, is a traditional Czechoslovakian dish called goulash. And I'm referring to the Jawa, of course, because you can't really talk about the RD 350 in India without bringing up Jawa, because they were contemporaries. Now remember, this is a time when a large variety of motorcycles as an idea was alien to India, as alien as the alien in Alien. You know, so if you wanted to move up from the RX100 and those kind of motorcycles, the choices you had literally was the Enfield 350, the Jawas, and can you guess what the third one was? Leave us a comment. Let's go from Czech Republic to Germany, and let's replace the goulash with my favorite German dish of all, currywurst. Now, currywurst is basically sausages with sauce, but I absolutely love it. It's spicy, it's meaty, and it's red, and that's all of the things that this motorcycle was. Back in 1997, Hero and BMW got together and introduced the Funduro F650 into India. It was a strange motorcycle for us because first it was physically much larger than we were used to. The seat was really tall. It was a dual sport, so it had more suspension than we were used to. It was a Rotax built motor that actually made nearly 50 horsepower, something that we weren't used to. And more importantly, it was a 5 lakh rupee motorcycle, which at the time for any of us was, I was just a kid coming out of college, so 5 lakh rupees, bridge too far. Currywurst, not so much. And now, let's go all the way across the world to Japan. Now, Japan has some of the tastiest cuisines in the world, and it also has some of the nicest motorcycles. And for a long time, they did amazing work in India. So, the Hero Honda Karizma is a legend, and what you need to know about this motorcycle is that we do know Hero Honda as the company that invented the econo commuter in India as a class. But back in the day, they were really pushing boundaries. The CBZ showed us the idea of a 150cc class motorcycle. The Splendor showed us what a world-beating 100cc efficient model would look like. The Impulse went to off-roading when nothing else was willing to. And the Karizma showed us what big motorcycles were like. This was the tempura of the motorcycle world. Light, crispy, and extremely flavorful. Now, it would be natural for you to think as to what country's cuisine will we taste next, right? Let's come back home. Let's come back to India, and I'll give you some of the best masala dosa you've ever had. And this, surprise, surprise, is the Royal Enfield Classic 350. Again, I prepared the dish long before the show began just to save time. And you might wonder what this motorcycle is doing here. But remember, this motorcycle has dominated the Indian premium market for a long time, and there's a good reason for it. Because it looks like that, and it sits so well on its old school mechanicals that Indians could not get enough of it. And amazingly, it's probably the most democratic of motorcycles because farmers, IT guys, the guys in the forces, everybody seems to have had a penchant for this motorcycle. It's particularly relevant on this list because we are seeing the last of the classic 350s right now, because India is about to replace the engine with a completely new one, and that will be a huge generation change for this motorcycle. The best masala dosa in town is about to get better. Thank you so much for visiting me in the PowerDrift kitchen. This is what I have for you today, but the kitchens are busy and a lot of stuff is being cooked up, so you don't want to miss out. I would suggest that you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that whenever a new dish is ready, you can taste it hot. But this list honestly cannot be completed without me mentioning the KTM 390 Duke, which to me represents the RD 350 of the current generation. The performance is not only incredible, it is also extremely accessible, and that makes it a game changer. The world has sat up and looked at Indian motorcycles and the Indian motorcycle market differently since the 390 Duke got here. But this list isn't complete, is it? So do let us know in the comment what dishes and what motorcycles are missing. Thank you so much for watching. This is PowerDrift.